Hello and welcome, I'm Kings and we're back with some more Battlefield 1, but this time I want to talk to you guys about Battlefield Premium or Battlefield 1 Premium and if it's worth it or not. I've been, looking around, seeing if I really want to get this Premium next month when it comes out in March. And it's 50 bucks. That's like a whole nother game, and you got like 3 games coming out here before the premium even comes out. So is it worth paying the 50 bucks to get the Battlefield Premium and get all of its battle packs? Now, there are some perks to getting premium. You get 2 weeks early for playing the new maps and getting the new weapons and the new elite classes and such like that. But you only get 5 weapons per DLC, and I seriously hope it's not just a couple of weapons just with different modifications on, like some of the weapons are in this game. Like they got the trench and the storm and different variations. I hope they're not counting those as different weapons, because some people do count that as different weapons, and I don't. I personally don't count them as different weapons. Different weapons are like Battlefield 4 weapons, where you got like the Deagle, and you got the SW40, and you got Unica, and you got different physical weapons. They have different attributes, and they're just completely different. Now, I want to talk to you guys about all the things you will be getting with the Battlefield 1 Premium. You will be getting 14 battle packs. Now, those are just regular battle packs, and you'll also be getting 1 Supreme battle pack. I'm not sure how they're just throwing that 1 Supreme battle pack in there, because you're going to be getting a new battle pack every month. So I'm guessing just halfway through the year they're going to give you that random Supreme battle pack. But that's no biggie. They did that for Battlefield 4's Premium as well. They gave battle packs randomly. I'm not sure if it was once a month or not, but for the new maps, I really hope they're good, because when Battlefield 4's maps came out, they were fun to play for a while. They kind of got stale and boring after a little bit, and we all end up just kind of like transferring over back to the vanilla maps. Now, the DLC maps for Battlefield 4 were China Rising, Second Assault, and Naval Strike, Dragon's Teeth, and Final Stand. Now, for each DLC that came out, there were primarily 5 weapons that came out, plus gadgets and stuff. Battlefield 1's Premium doesn't actually state that any new gadgets will be coming out, but with the crossbow that came out for the free DLC, I'm pretty sure that some new gadgets will come out. They just haven't announced what type of gadgets, or if there will be any gadgets that come out. So, the new Premium for Battlefield 1, they do state there's going to be 20 new weapons that come out, so that's going to be roughly around 5 weapons as well, so that's roughly the same amount of weapons per DLC if they're each individual weapons themselves. But you also got to include the new mammoths that will be coming out, and the new vehicles that will also be coming out for these map packs. But you got to also think that these new vehicles and behemoths that come out will only be for those maps themselves. They are going to be limited and locked to those individual maps. So would you really be getting new vehicles per se? Because after about 2 months, I believe that most people won't really be switching to, those those new maps. They will be just using the vanilla maps. If it's anything to take from what happened in Battlefield 4, Battlefield 4, after a few weeks after China Rising came out, it was kind of dead. Especially on PC, but on console, it did have some life. A lot of people were trying to get the stealth bomber type of stuff, and I guess that's kind of what you would think a behemoth would be. Battlefield 4, which was that stealth bomber, and there was a couple weapons you had and gadgets you had to get for it. But that had a really good progression system, and there's no real point in Battlefield 1 to really play the new maps. The weapons will be great, and it will give a little bit of spice, and the maps will be refreshing at first, but after about 2 months, I highly doubt that the maps will be played very much anymore. Especially hardline maps, if you were to take that into account, there's no one playing those maps after a while. I heard from a lot of people on the PC that that last DLC that came out for Hardline had like 2 servers on it at all. So Is it worth paying 50 bucks to get these maps that are going to be dead after a while, and everyone's just going to be playing the vanilla maps? In my opinion, you should be able to buy pieces of the map, or pieces of the DLCs. Like, I just want to unlock the weapons, I don't really want to play the new maps, but I don't want to spend 50 bucks to get all of it, and then end up not being able to actually use any of it because the maps are dead. Now, if it's anything like the Giant Shadow, and the certain maps are locked on certain type of game modes, that will kind of suck. Like, I was hoping to get, you know, an Operations Giant Shadow, but that ended not happening. I don't know if it's going to be changed in the future where they will make an Operations game mode for it. I doubt it, but, you know, fingers crossed. Some other new things we'll be getting with these DLC expansion packs are new game modes. They do say there will be new operations and game modes, but we don't really know if that means there will be just new operations for the operations side of it, and then also new game modes like we do for the custom game modes currently. We don't know for a fact that will these be permanent game modes either. Will they stay, or will they be like the custom game modes are currently? Will they be disappearing after a certain period of time, and then new game modes will be put in? I really hope that that's not the case. I really want the Diffuse One Life game mode back, but that is my go-to game mode. I loved it. I played Battlefield 4 primarily on Diffuse. Now, if that game mode came back, I probably will end up getting that DLC just for that game mode. But I hope when these game modes come out that they're not restricted to just those maps that come for that DLC pack, because that would just make those new game modes dead relatively quickly. For these new game modes, they need to come out for all maps, all future maps, and all vanilla maps as well. And if they don't, then these game modes aren't going to be played. Everyone's just going to go back to playing Conquest, Operations, and then Rush and Team Deathmatch. All the new game modes are just going to die, which will suck. There's going to be 2 new factions that come in. You got France and Russia will also be joining the game. I'm guessing they're going to probably add 2 more factions as well, but that is to be seen. They might, you know, throw in Canada or something like that, you know, just for, you know, laughs. Now, for the premium price of 50 bucks, there are a bunch of new games coming out that are going to be just 10 bucks more. Do you really want to spend 50 bucks now just to get a promise of future content? And will that content be good? You don't really know. Of course, it's the same thing could be said with the new games that also come out, but do I want to spend 50 bucks for future content, or do I want to spend 50 to 60 bucks on a new game right now? On the 14th, it's just a few days away, For Honor by itself is coming out. I'll definitely be getting that, and also another PS4 exclusive, Horizon Zero Dawn, another 60-buck game coming out at the end of the month, at the 28th of February. And then in March, just the same time that the premium DLC pack will come out, you also got Ghost Recon Wildlands. So these are all new games coming out roughly really soon. So for people who are really tight on money like I am, do we have to weigh the positives with the negatives? Do we really want to get the DLC maps for, you know, a game that we already own just to get a little bit of new spice to the game, or do we want to play a whole new game that's going to be a whole new experience? I don't know. I think if I end up with a little bit extra cash, I might get the premium for Battlefield, or I might just wait until the DLC by itself comes out. I'm not really a big fan of getting just separate DLCs because overall I'll end up having to pay more for the separate DLCs, but then I can also pick and choose which DLCs I want, and then I can wait for people to do reviews or give their opinions on the DLCs. But my biggest concern with getting premium is the lack of content coming out right away. Yeah, we will get the first DLC here next month, but after that, when will the next DLC come out? If it's anything like Battlefield 4's DLC, we would already have had the third DLC by this time. We would already be on Naval Strikes DLC, which is the third DLC that came out for Battlefield 4, and we would already have 15 guns. We already would have almost like 10 new maps, or 15 new maps I can't count, you know. But we would have a ton of new maps already, and we'd be playing those new maps, playing those new weapons, be more excited for what the future DLCs to come out. But right now, we still don't even have the first DLC. We have Giant Shadow, which gave us a few things to hold us over for, but I think what they're going to be doing is coming out every new season. And what I mean by season, you know, we got one coming out for summer, one coming out for winter, one coming out for fall, so on and so forth. And that's how they're planning on putting these DLCs out. But for me, for a game, that kind of gets the game dull. It kind of gets the game boring. That's why I'm kind of playing new games that I haven't played before. I'm playing Ark, I'm playing Smite, I'm playing Paragon, I'm playing now For Honor, and then I'll be playing, you know, Horizon, and then Ghost Recon. So having to wait that long and then spending $50 on content that I will end up eventually getting, or do I want to save it for games that I currently want? I think overall I'm not going to end up getting the premium right away. I wouldn't recommend getting the premium right away if you're tight on cash. If you're not tight on cash, then, you know, spend the money. Get it. That's, you know, no big deal. So overall, get premium if you have the money. If you don't, I would hold off until we hear a little bit more good things, a little bit more details on what's going to be in the future DLCs. We know the maps are coming out, we know the weapons are going to be coming with them, but we don't really know for sure exactly what else is going to be coming. As it is right now, for the details we do have, I wouldn't get premium. I would save your money, get, you know, For Honor, get Horizon Zero Dawn, get Ghost Recon Wildlands, get any games coming out. I would save your money for those games instead of spending your money on premium right now, if you're tight like I am. So that's what I think on Battlefield 1 Premium. Let me know what you guys think on Premium down in the comments down below. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. If you guys liked it, give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.